Yo, what's going on, guys? Taariq Ally here. I'm back with another video. Basically, I want to give you some insight a bit into life and also into transcending your footballing career. Now, firstly, I want to say the one thing that players struggle with, especially in my age bracket in this generation, is that we do not want to struggle. In a time of life where everything is instant, you post something up, you get instant likes, instant gratification, you order Uber Eats and it's there at your house in 15 minutes. Everything is instant. We don't struggle anymore, and that has made us weaker. For me, for the past, I'd say, month or so, it just hasn't been a very optimistic month for me, in terms of I've always felt like something has been missing from my life, in terms of like there was just something that I wasn't getting, that wasn't getting me fulfilled. And I was training, I was eating right, I was doing my usual business with, the high value footballer, AYD, building the website, all of that, blah, 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 all that type of stuff. But I still wasn't feeling fulfilled. And then it was around the time where I was struggling a bit with my driving. I went through, a bit of small illness throughout this past week, and that's when it hit me that what my life is lacking is struggle. Now, for me personally, I'm a person that I like to challenge myself so that I can accomplish things, so that I can be like, yo, do I trust myself in this situation to accomplish this goal? And then I can be like, oh, I finally did it. After I'm done, I can be like, I did that shit. I accomplished it. And it gives me that sense of accomplishment and drive to want to do the next challenge and accomplish the next challenge. And for me, a lot of my time in this past month, I just haven't been feeling challenged. And then that's why, for me personally, I feel like you have to have struggle in your life so that you can get that sense of accomplishment. Because if you have no struggle, how can you say you achieved anything? Because you literally did nothing. Struggle is the indicator that you are going to accomplish something, that you're going to become better, that you're growing. Because if you don't struggle, it's not going to be meaningful. There's no meaning to it at all. That's why I'm saying you have to struggle. And a story I want to give is my driving studies right now. I'm going for my license soon, and I had the option to either go the easier route, which is automatic, because I'm sure if you're driving this, or if you're watching this and you drive, automatic is fucking pie. There's no struggle in it. I did fail before, but there's no struggle in it, in the sense of it's much easier than manual. With manual, you have to worry about constant gear changes, changing gears on a hill, changing gears when you're driving, doing all of your checks, and getting the right gear, and getting the clutch balance. And for me, the easier option was screaming out that do automatic, get it done as quickly as possible, then you got your license. But for me, I was like, but then the sense of accomplishment is gone, because I had the harder option and I ran away from the harder option to go and do the easier option, which is automatic. And that is a theme in our lives. Like, I'm talking about people in the age bracket of 18 to 26 right now, I'd say around there, even stretching it up to about 30. Our lives have become too easy that if we given the option of easy or hard, we always choose easy, and then we wonder why the fuck we all depressed, we all sad, we all anxious, because we're not struggling. There's no challenge. That's the problem. Because if there's no struggle and there's no challenge, you feel unaccomplished. When you feel unaccomplished, you don't trust yourself. When you don't trust yourself, that's when you get anxious, because there's no trust. For me, that's the one thing I realized when I was practicing my manual driving. I was shit at it at first. I was shitting balls every lesson, because I knew I was struggling. I didn't know this. And all the time, my mind just kept telling me, leave, escape, you know, don't go with this guy because my driving instructor on my ass all the time. So it's always like, don't go with this guy because you need the easier way to get comfortable. And then it hit me that honestly is on some beta bitch shit. And that's when it hit me. That is what's missing from my life. Struggle. There's no struggle. That's why I get anxious so much. That's why I always feel like I'm unequipped to deal with challenges in life because there's been no struggle. There's been no real struggle. That's the one thing I want to say for you as well, because at the end of the day, if you're watching this, you are a person just like me. And if you are, in my age bracket as a male, you know that it's not easy for us to grow into men because we have to grow through struggle. And once we go through struggle, we become more equipped to deal with, life in general. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't struggle, if you don't choose the hard options, if you don't aspire to be something bigger, your life is going to be filled with anxiety because when you are unaccomplished and you feel unequipped, it's like, if I could give an example, imagine you are a soldier going into war, but you ain't got no gun, you ain't got no armor, you got no tactical gear, and you got no real support. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to shit balls on that battlefield. You're going to shit yourself because you know that you're unequipped. From what I've seen, it's the exact same thing with life. If you don't have your like your tactical gear that you acquired through trial and error, through struggle, if you don't have your gun on you that you've acquired over the years, if you don't have body armor, what's going to happen? You're going to feel anxious because you don't feel prepared and you feel under equipped, and you know that if you're under equipped in battle, your ass is dead. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You have to go through struggle. When you go through struggle, you become more equipped to deal with life. And when you're more equipped to deal with life, that's when you will have less anxiety because you trust yourself. Most of the time, anxiety, and I suffer from anxiety a lot. I've got a GAD, general anxiety disorder. I also suffer from OCD. And all that has led me to believe that I'm not good enough. OCD is classed as the doubting disease, which means you always doubt yourself. So if I know I can accomplish struggles and accomplish challenges, that's when I know I'm going to trust myself as a person. And that's when I'm going to grow as a person and become better and gain more confidence and grow into more of a man. And this relates to not just life, but for football as well. Most of the time, footballers take the easy option. Oh, I'm just going to go to training that my coach gives out and I'm done. I'm not going to do this heavy diet because it's too hard. I want to enjoy. I want to have my this and my that. And that's the problem. If you're not aiming for higher level football, that's fine. You can do that shit. You can be average. There's no problem with that. If you're doing it for fun, being average, it's not really a problem. But if you're aiming for professional like me, if you're aiming for semi-pro, if you're aiming for college or university football, you have to be the best you can be, because if not, then you're not going to make it. It's as simple as that. And the only way you're going to become equipped to deal with the pressures of playing at those high levels is through struggle. If you ain't got no struggle, then you're not equipped to deal with the pressures of being that high level athlete or person or footballer or whatever. The one thing you have to do is incorporate struggle. And that doesn't mean light fires in your life, like getting to a massive amount of debt, be like, yeah, that's a challenge down, accomplish it. If you have an option of going the easy route or the harder route, choose the harder route for once. Even if it's small actions, like let's say you're going to work, walk there. If it's close enough, walk there. If it's not close enough, take a bus or take a taxi. Don't go with your car. And understand that side of life. And then you'll see that from there you want to be doing more, especially if you want to lose weight. Walk to work, jog to work, cycle to work. If it's too far, take the bus. But do something that gets you out of your comfort zone to grow, because if you don't grow and you don't struggle, you're going to be unequipped to deal with life, and you're just going to be constantly be anxious, and you'll never get to that high value person that you want to be. That's what I'm saying. Struggle. Don't force it, but when it comes to you, you'll know that if you can accomplish this, you can get through the struggle. You know that you're more equipped to deal with life in general. I hope this video helps you. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe, ask me whatever you want to ask me below. I'm here to answer. Subscribe if you like what I've been putting out, and I'll see you guys soon. Make sure you incorporate that struggle. That's the only way you're going to become better.